Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
All right, welcome to the baseball show. Today is Tuesday, June 11th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. Come and check out the full Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. In fact, each and every day we talk about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we always use a strict money management system. Also, the free Raymond Report, if you go to the website, go to MLB, and then once you get there, go to the pull-down menu, go to the game of your choice, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see some of the best stats and trends right here in the business. In fact, there's a good system trend. I didn't even see that yet this morning, but I will get to those very shortly. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you're located on the World Wide Web. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicap champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, author of 2 books, The 50 Greatest Sports Betting Secrets and The 24-Hour Rule. You can get The 24-Hour Rule today here at atsstats.com, and if you want to learn more about sports handicapping, you want to learn about the power of trends and systems, the number 14, one of my favorite, strength of schedule, advanced betting strategy. Check out one of my books right here today at atsstats.com. All right, hey, how you doing out there and in the bullpen? And hopefully the bullpen's ready to go here this morning. Hope they have your 1 cream, 1 sugar ready to go on a baseball show on a June 11th. And you know what? I've been so busy this morning just looking up the stats. I didn't get to see how I did last night. And let me see here. We went 2-0. We had Milwaukee Brewers under in the Blue Jay game. That was our free pick. Or actually, that was our premium pick, a 3-unit play. And our free pick yesterday was a winner. New York Yankees under the total, and 8.5 was the total we got, and that's the one we cashed in on the cash out Monday. Hopefully you guys got some good picks in last night. There were only 7 games last night. Then you had the NHL game. Man, Florida looking really good. They look heavy on the back end, right? And anybody who handicaps hockey knows that. For me, when you do the playoffs, you always handicap from the back end out, right? You start from the goalie, defense, and then the forwards. In the regular season, it's the opposite. You do the forwards to the back end. But Florida's going to be tough, man. Florida is going to be tough. All right. Solo Riders in the house. Good morning, Solo Rider. And if you're out there in watching on the podcast, we go Monday to Friday here on the baseball show. And normally I try to get on around 10 o'clock. All depends if I get my research in. And once I get the research in and I tidy up and then ready to go, and then I give you guys all the information that I've researched. And hopefully we send you with a couple of W's for the day. All right, let's get on with the show. We've got a lot of information to get to, and every time we start the show, we go to the SBI, Sports Betting Index. In this corner, weighing $1.50, the bookmaker. And last night, the bookmaker, let me see how they did out with the favorites. Yeah, favorites. We are such in a favorites market. We're creeping up to my 60% year to date on the favorites. Yesterday, 86% of the chalk just came in. 1-6 to the under, 6-1 on the run line. Yeah, betting run line these days is a very hard task to make money on. 60% of favorites on the run line have cashed tickets the last 7 days. 68.1% of the favorites have cashed in. So if you're betting favorites, like the old saying goes, you're smiling like a butcher's dog because you are making the money, right, Jerry Maguire?
Show me the money!
Yeah, they are showing you the money for the favorites. So you know what? Over-unders, we're still in the neutral market. Fire away over-under. Yeah, over-unders, this is like a given. Hey, the bookmaker does such a good job with the total that we're always in that, 48 to 52 range. And look at that, 50-50. It's like flipping a quarter betting totals these days. All right, let's go to game number 1. Let's get ready and...
Holy cow!
Let's put it on the board, as Hawk would say, right? All right, let's go to game number 1. There's Jerry Davis. The bench boss is in. Good morning, Jerry. Who's Mizzou? It's the Pearls. Show me the Pearls, and he wants to hear the money.
Show me the money!
And there you go. Who's Mizzou? The network is in the house. All right, the Atlanta Braves is going to take on the Baltimore Orioles today at Camden Yards. It's going to be a great, this is a great, 2 great franchises. This is going to be a great series. The Atlanta Braves is going to send the lefty Max Fried to the hill against Albert Suarez. Hey, Albert Suarez. I had to get a good nickname for Suarez there. But Baltimore coming off a 4-game win streak. The Atlanta Braves struggling just a bit, 3-game losing streak. I won't give him a Joe Namath on a 3-game losing streak. That's disrespectful to the Braves. Minus 131 is the line. My line in the game was minus 125 for the Atlanta Braves. Now, looking at the history between the Atlanta and the Baltimore Orioles, in Baltimore, when the Braves travel to Camden Yards, they are 7-8 straight up in their last 15 visits, 7-8 to the under. And here's the good news. If you like the Atlanta Braves today, they've won 5 of their last 6 trips to Camden Yards. And the Atlanta Braves. So today in the show, guys, you're going to hear me, if you're new to the Raymond Report, you're going to hear me talk about A, B, and C type teams. And let me just pull that up for you guys. A type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. All right, you are what your record says you are, says Bill Parcells. B-type teams are 50 to 59.9. Those are your moderate public confidence team with medium rewards. And C-type teams, like an old high school sweetheart, know they're going to break your heart. 49% or lower, low public confidence, high rewards, and those are mostly the contrarian plays. And you're going to hear me talk about the bullish, neutral, or bearish teams, right? Teams that are bullish, 7-0, 6-1, 5-2, last 7. Teams that are neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and teams that are bearish, 0-7, 1-6, 2-5, last 7 games. So the Atlanta Braves coming in neutral, so they're either 3-4, 4-3, last 7, and Baltimore coming in bullish right now. Yeah, they've been bullish for 2 days, and we do have the Baltimore Orioles 21-12 at Camden Yards this season. And when they play B-type teams like the Atlanta Braves, they are 7-3, 7-1-2 to the over. So when Baltimore takes on those teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage last 10 games, 7-1-2 to the over. Atlanta 3-7 against A-type teams to the under. Now you're getting a veteran pitcher today in Max Fried going up against Albert Suarez. And you know what? Sometimes you got to look for value when you do these selections. And what's my rule number 1 in the Raymond Report? Value, right? And I think we're getting, obviously I think you're getting good value with both these teams. I'm going to go with the, surprise you a little bit here. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves. I'm going to take Atlanta on the run line. And let me see what bookmaker has for the Braves on the run line. Oh, they're -1. Okay, wait, they're favored now. All right, that's a little bit different. You know what? Atlanta money line. I'm going to go money line. Atlanta Braves -124. It's 132 at some places, but I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves. I know it's a little surprising because you look at the history of Baltimore and Camden Yards against those C-type teams. I just think you're getting a really good pitcher in Max Fried, the lefty, against Baltimore. Let's see how Baltimore does against lefties this season. Yeah, maybe that's something. I'm going to show you a great stat on Texas when we get to that. Texas against lefties. Oh boy, you want to look at the under. In fact, here, I'm not going to tease you. I'm just going to show you. 4-12-1 to the under. Look at that. Texas at home. Home or away against Southpaws. 4-12-1 to the under. They're playing the Dodgers tonight. So now you know where I'm going to go with that pick, right? All right, so let's go Atlanta. Baltimore. Baltimore against lefties this season. Let's see, 12-4. Holy crap. Hey, where's my Harry Carey?
Holy cow!
Boy, talk about fence sitting now. Hey, talk about sitting on the fence. Let me go to the, but I did have a system. Yeah, look at this system. Anytime you got a home team last 4 years playing on Tuesday, allowed 2 runs against in the last game, coming off a series win, 20-3 straight up for the home team. Man, that's a good system right there on the Baltimore Orioles. And you know what? Baltimore's been a really good team. I just don't know if I can trust Suarez. You know, I'm just let me see his Albert Suarez. All right, what's his situation here? So basically a bullpen guy. Last time he started, June 5th against Toronto. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Interesting numbers. But you know what? Card laid, card played. That's the one thing in sports betting. Card laid, card played. Once you've given out the pick, you can't go back on it. So give me Atlanta Braves. Beer and pizza money on the Braves today. Got to be Baltimore or nothing. Atlanta is just not hitting. Yeah, ever since Atlanta lost Ronald Acuna Jr., they've been struggling. But on the road at Camden Yards, they've won 5 of the last 6 against Baltimore. I'm hoping, maybe it's a trap game, boss. Boss says maybe it's a trap game, Atlanta here. I'm going to go with a little bit of history here. I'm hoping history's on our side, where Atlanta's won 5 of the last 6 games at Camden Yards. 3-7 to the under for Atlanta against A-type teams. But buyer beware. Buyer beware in this one. Atlanta, I'm taking Atlanta on the money line. And look, here's the thing why, I'm taking Atlanta too. What's the bookmaker? Who did the bookmaker put as the favorite? If Baltimore, having the bet, like a really good season, and they see the Atlanta Braves are in a neutral cycle for 11 days right now. There's a reason why the bookmakers put Atlanta the favorite here. Because if the bookmakers put the Baltimore Orioles the favorite, I guarantee it'd be a landslide for people taking Baltimore. Now, the bookmaker are trying to throw us a curveball, and they're almost tempting you to take Baltimore here by putting the Braves as a favorite. So I'm gonna go against I'm going with the bookmaker in this one. I'm gonna go the Braves, and let's hope we get that win tonight. Let's hope history is back on our side. And you know what? Max Fried, 7-3 in his last 10 games, 2-6-2 to the under. So a little bit of a cherry on top of the cake right there. And as Hawk would say,
you can put it on the board, yes!
Yeah, put it on the board. All right, let's go to Washington against Detroit. The Tigers coming off a 10-2 win the other day on Sunday against the Milwaukee Brewers. They're on 1 day's rest. Washington Nationals, they're also on 1 day's rest. They won their last game against Atlanta. Hey, oh no, there's a sign. Hey, they beat Atlanta. Anyways, we're on to Detroit. Hey, off to Cincinnati, as Bill Belichick would say. Hey, we're off to Cincinnati. All right, Tigers minus 112, totals 8. And I do have Detroit winning this one here, 4.25 to 3.94 on the computer pick. And Mitchell Parker is going up against Kenta Maeda. Maeda 2-2 on the campaign, a 6.25 ERA, a little bit high in my books, where Mitchell Parker is 4-3, 3.47. Now the Nationals don't do well at Com America, 3-8 in their last 11 visits. Only had 11 visits, 6-5 to the over/under. Washington, whenever they play a C-type team, 6-3-1 to the over. So anytime Washington plays those teams below 500, they are 6-3-1 to the over, but Detroit only 1 game below 500 right now, so we'll see if they get back to 500 this evening. I think they will. You look at Kenta Maeda, even though his ERA is a little bit high, the Tigers are, let me see here, they're 5-5 in his last 10 starts, 6-4 to the over, and Maeda is 6-4 against National League East division opponents, 2-6-2 to the under, and Detroit 6-4 against C-type teams last 10 games. This might be a Pepto-Bismol game. I think you get your Pepto-Bismol because you might need it for the 8th and 9th inning. And let's do we should get Pepto-Bismol to be a sponsor here, eh? Our upset stomach game of the week or of game of the day. Take your Pepto and have it nice and tight near you near the 8th and 9th inning. And let's go Detroit Tigers over Washington. All right, let's go to the...
you can put it on the board.
All right, let's go to Tampa Bay, where they're going to host the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Cubbies coming off a 4-2 win in the last game against Cincinnati. Today, they're going to send the righty Jameson Taillon to the hill against Zach Eflin, former Philly, right there. And Zach Eflin, 3-4 in a year, 4.14 ERA, while Taillon, 3-2, 3.47. And looking inside the numbers right now, Tampa Bay coming off a 5-2 loss in their last contest against Baltimore. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and the cash man is not too happy.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash is not happy right now because they're on a 4-game losing streak. But the good news is, every time I say that, the good news is I just saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico. That's my flex on that one when I say that. But the good news is the Chicago Cubs are only 1-4 straight up at Tropicana Field, 3-2 to the over/under. Only 5 visits though to Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay 4-6 last 10. And when the Rays are facing a National Central Division opponent, they are 8-2 last 10 games. Last 4 games against those Central opponents have gone under. But I'm going to go with Zach Eflin. You know what? I hemmed and hawed about this one. And as much as I would love to take the Cubbies here, who are 22-18 against C-type teams, Tampa Bay is 18-9 against C-type teams. And I'm going to go with Zach Eflin. Hey, Teflon Eflin, and let's see if we can get that win today with Tampa Bay. And again, some other numbers to share with you. Anytime Taillon is on the, let me see here. He's 5-5 last 10 starts when he goes. Chicago's 5-5 in his last 10 starts. 5-5 to the over. Well, even 5-5 over under. Last 3 have gone over for Tyon, and he's 5-2 against Tampa Bay. But anyways, I still like I like Tampa Bay to get the money, and let's go with Tampa Bay minus 136, and we're getting a little bit of a discount here at minus 160. All right, let me see what the crew's saying here this morning. Got to go Baltimore or nothing, says Jerry Davis. Trap game. Yep, I think I took Baltimore. Team total, yeah, I took Baltimore. Team total 3.5 at plus 100, says the bench boss, Jerry Davis. All right, I'm going Tampa Bay, and as the Hawk would say,
You can put it on the board, yes!
all right, let's go to the Great American Ballpark, where Cincinnati is going to host the Cleveland Guardians. Man, we're just rolling along here on a Ruby Tuesday. Hey, where's the bullpen? Bullpen a little tired this morning or what? Hey, people are asking me yesterday, who are you talking to? Like, they're watching the replay and they're going, who are you talking to? I'm talking to the people in the bullpen, which you call our chat box. So if you're out there and watching the show and you want to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're located, we'd love to hear from you, and we'll give you a shout out. And if you ever want to hear a shout out of any type of our sound bites,
You like that? You like that?
we'll give you a shout out with a sound bite. All right, Cincinnati. Hey, look at that, a home underdog against the Cleveland Guardians tonight. And you know why? Tristan McKenzie is going to toe the rubber against Brent Suter, the lefty for the Reds. Now, looking at Tristan McKenzie's record on the year, 2-3, a 4.16 ERA. Now, the Guardians are 8-2 in McKenzie's last 10 starts, 5-4-1 to the over, and McKenzie has won his last 4 games. So the Cleveland Guardians have won their last 4 games when McKenzie starts, and Cleveland does very well at the Great American Ballpark. They are 11-4 straight up, 7-6-2 to the over, and Cleveland 5-3-2 to the over against C-type teams, and they've been neutral 9 days right now. 25-12 against C-type teams, and Cincinnati coming in hot. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games, a big 4-2 win over the Cubbies last one, and their last 3 games have gone over under the total, and they are 32-34, so 2 games below 500. While the Guardians, man, the gift that just keeps on giving, they are 42-22 on 2-game win streak. Only 6-4 though, last 10, which is still good, right? I'll take that. Minus 140 was my value index, and I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Guardians. I'm going to go with the Guardians with Tristan McKenzie. They've won his last 4 starts for him, so let's go for number 5 tonight at the Great American Ballpark, and you can put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, good morning, Scott Christensen. You got your 1 cream, 1 sugar there from Timmy's, and I see Jerry Davis. I think this is an over game. You know what, Jerry? I did have some numbers pointing towards the over in this one, and I got 9.69 on my team total right here, 9.69 on the forecast. And you know what? The total's a bit high, right, for a Cleveland Guardian game, especially with Tristan McKenzie going, but I think it's Suter is the one they don't trust. All right, so Cincinnati and, Cleveland, and the bench boss likes the over in this one. All right, let's go to Citi Field, where the New York Mets are going to host a very highly touted pitcher right now, Jesus Luzardo, getting a lot of attention from teams that are making the playoffs. I know the Yankees are kicking the tires to see if maybe Jesus Luzardo might be available. I read that yesterday on the internet, and we can always believe what we read on the internet, right? At 144 is the line on the Mets. Tyler McGill from McGill & McGill, Better Call Saul, right? Remember McGill's? Wasn't that the law firm in Better Call Saul, McGill? Better Call Saul. Minus 144 is the line. McGill is 1-2, a 3.0 ERA. The Metropolitans are 5-5 in his starts, 4-6 to the under. And anytime Tyler McGill faces a National League East division opponent, the team is 7-3 straight up in his starts, 3-6-1 to the under, and the New York Mets are 7-3 against teams below 500. Now that's the case for the Mets. Now the case for the Miami Marlins. You look at Jesus Luzardo. You know what? He's in the big smoke right now. He's in the Big Apple, so he knows that a lot of people will be watching this game. If he wants to bolt out of the Dodge right there in Miami, this is the platform. This is the game that you want to do very well at. So he's going to really, I got a feeling he's going to be motivated tonight to really put on a show in New York. He's in the Big Apple, the big media attention city of the world. The Marlins are only 3-7 in his last 10 starts, 5-5 when it comes to the over/under. And but Jesus Luzardo is 5-3 lifetime against the Mets, 6-2-0 to the over. And anytime Jesus Luzardo faces a National League East division opponent. So when we're talking about National League East division opponents, we are talking about teams like Philadelphia, Atlanta, Washington, New York Mets, and let me see here. He's 7-3, 8-2-0 to the over, and the last 4 games for Jesus Luzardo against National League East division opponents have gone over. So I'm kind of leaning towards the over. 7.5 though. Remember yesterday I talked about this. I said, when you give a 7, a 6.5, a 7, 7.5, those were given to pitchers with the aces, right? Those are the aces. I don't know if Tyler McGill fits the mold as an ace or Jesus Luzardo. They're more like second and third in the rotation. I don't know if I just give him that respect of 7.5, right? So I think at the end of the day, I think Jesus Luzardo is going to bring his A game here tonight. I think he's going to bring his A game. And at first I was really thinking about, do I go I like Miami here, but Jesus Luzardo against the C-type teams could be an under, but I'm going to go Miami. I'm going to go Miami in this one, and I might get that Geico insurance. Hang on, let me check, see how much it's worth. Minus 177. Yep, I'm going to do it. Give me Miami plus 1.5 runs, minus 177, and you can put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
Yeah, I think it's over, says Scott. Jesus got torched for 9 runs last time out. Yeah, and that's what scares me too, right? But I think he's going to be motivated now that his name is circling in the trade deadline. I think Jesus Luzardo starts now are going to be must-watch TV because I think he's going to be motivated to do well. I like the O's plus 1.5, says Who's Mizzou. So Who's Mizzou's on Baltimore plus 1.5 runs. And I think it's an over game, says Jerry Davis. I think it may be a good spot for a -1 on the Mets. I can't stand anything higher than minus 135 juice unless it's a parlay piece. You know what, Jerry? I used to think like that. And all my friends in the handicapping world, I used to have this rule, minus 150 or lower. But when you do that, you know what you do? You cut your win percentage because now you just limited the number of games you can bet. And those lines of minus 135, you're practically taking a pick'em line, and I find that you're hurting your chance of your winning percentage going higher. I used to be like that. I used to be that guy who'd only minus 150 or lower or underdogs, right? But the thing I learned, it's about the percentage play. It's what have you done for me lately, right? You got to win, and this is one thing when you look at the Raymond report. I talk about A and B type teams, and what do I say about C type teams? Like an old high school sweetheart, they're going to break your heart more often than not. And Bill Parcells said it best: you are what your record says you are. And when you put your hard-earned money on teams like the New York Mets, who are 28-36, that's all you really need to say. Hey, you're putting your winning percentage, your money on a team. And I'm not just talking to you, Jerry. I'm talking to everybody in general here. When you're asking a team like the New York Mets, who have a 43 win percentage, that's the percentage you have of making money. That's the way I look at it. When you look at teams, and like say if you look at a team like the Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia Phillies have won 69% of their games. When you bet a Phillies game, that's your percentage of making money right there. You got a 69% chance of winning money when you bet the Phillies. Speaking of the Phillies, hey, thanks for putting the ball in the tee there, Jerry. We got the Phillies coming up right there. And hey, no problem, Jerry. Boston Red Sox hosting the Philadelphia Phillies. This game falls into the same category as the Atlanta Braves and the Baltimore Orioles, right? Two good quality franchises going into a historic venue tonight at Fenway Park. Man, this is going to be a great game to watch. And you got the Phillies minus 173. You got the total at 8. Phillies coming off a 6-5 loss last game against the New York Mets, while the Boston Red Sox, they beat up on the Shy Sox. They won the Battle of the Soxes. The Battle of the Dryer. That's what we call that series. Somewhere in there's sock heaven. There's always one sock missing, so that's why we call it the Dryer series. There's always, when you pull your clothes out of the dryer, there's always one sock missing. That's the Dryer series right there. All right, the best baseball pitcher name in baseball is going tonight. Cutter Crawford going up against Zach Wheeler. Let's hope he's pitching in the wheelhouse tonight, because Zach Wheeler on the campaign, drum roll please, 7-3 straight up. 2.23 ERA. And when Zach Wheeler goes for the Phillies, they're 7-3, 3-7 to the under. And when Cutter Crawford goes for the Bull Sox, they're 2-5, 3.51 ERA. And the Boston Red Sox are 2-8 and Cutter starts 3-6-1. And Cutter Crawford has yet won a game against a National League East opponent. He's 0-3 straight up. And Boston is 3-7 against American League East division opponents. So you guess where I'm going with this? You can put it on the board. I'm going Philadelphia Phillies tonight at Fenway.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right. Thanks, Hawk, for that. Does the bullpen still, most trusted says that the bullpen website still work? Does I don't have a bullpen website, so I can't see what you're at the end because there's that heart emoji and it's blocking anybody who just posts something. So if you ever post something, you're wondering how come he's not replying to me. They got, where you can here, if I go and I do this here, you see all the hearts going right there, right now in the bullpen. It's blocking the last word sometimes, and I can't see what some of the guys are saying. But does the bullpen website still? Oh, you're talking about bullpen picks. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, bullpen picks is not working anymore. I took that down. Just financial stuff, right? Couldn't make money off that site, and it just was like a cash cow, just throwing money away. I love that site. That site was a great website to make picks. It was basically like a site to get your picks monitored, but advertising money has dried up the last 10 years. So, hey, we're on our own right now. All right, so I do like Philadelphia Phillies here today. And again, Zach Wheeler over Cutter Crawford. All right, let's go to Target Field where the Minnesota Twins coming off a 5-0 win last night against Colorado. Today, Louis Varland. Hey, sounds like I should be buying some clothing some clothing line off Louis Varland. Hey, Louis Varland. That sounds very français. Hey, you should have your own clothing line in baseball. Hey, did you buy your Louis Varland yet? Sounds like a good clothing line, right? He's up against Cal Quantrill of the Colorado Rockies. Now the Rockies, again, on the campaign, 23-43, while Minnesota Twins are 35-31. Louis Varland, hey, I can't get off that now. 0-4 with a 9.18 ERA. The Twinkies are 2-8 in his start, 6-4 to the over. Minnesota 1-9 to the under against teams below 500 last 10 games. But the good news is they're 6-4 straight up. While Colorado, Cal Quantrill, hey, you know what? Pretty good. Son of Paul Quantrill is 5-4, a 3.58 ERA on a losing team that's only won 23 games this year. Not too bad, right? And 4-7. Colorado is now 4-7 in their last 11 trips to Minnesota, 5-6 to the under, and Minnesota's won the last 3 games. But having said all that, and looking at both these pitchers' ERA, I think the over is where you want to cash that ticket tonight. So give me Colorado, Minnesota over the website. All right, there we go. Put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, I like doing that. Gives me a little bit of a break. Sounds like a knockoff from China versus Louis Vuitton. Exactly right. Hey, am I the only one to notice that? Hey, Scott's right he's in the same ballpark I'm shopping at right there. All right, St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now the Bucks coming off a 11-5 loss yesterday. Remember I said yesterday, the Paul Skeens and Jared Jones, I said they have that, like every time they pitch, you want to take the under. It's like the biggest sucker trap I've ever seen so far in Major League Baseball, right? You hype up these young studs and you think the under is the way. Look at that, 11-5. Hey, just saying, not my first barbecue. Hey, it's not my first rodeo. Just saying. All right, St. Louis Cardinals, look at the total in this one, 7.5. And again, look at this, Paul Skeens, minus 129. Why would, think about this. Let's not even talk about the pitchers. Let's say Pittsburgh at St. Louis. What's your line, right? You're thinking St. Louis maybe 140. Nope. Minus 129 with Paul Skeens going here today. But the good news is he's 3-0 in the year, a 3.0 ERA. Is that a high ERA for a highly touted pitcher like Paul Skeens, who's, I don't want to put too much pressure on the guy, but, number 1 draft pick, he's a great pitcher. But is 3.0 really kind of a high ERA for a rookie, right? Get off his case, Ron. Give him a break. He's a rookie. All right, Miles Mikolas going today for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's 4-6, a 5.32 ERA. The Cardinals are 5-5 in his starts. 4-6-0 to the under in Mikolas' last 10 starts. He's 5-5 last 10 versus Pittsburgh. 7-2-1 to the over. And bad news is he's 2-8 against National Central Division opponents. So St. Louis, you know I'm cheering for you because I got you winning the division. But hey, just you got to start winning more ball games. You're a touchdown behind in the game behind in the National Central Division opponent. 4-6 last 10. The Kogo's at 50%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Sometimes I feel like I'm giving like too much information here. Right? It's like paralysis by analysis or analysis by paralysis. You know that saying? Sometimes I give it all this information. People are like, well, okay, what? What did he say? There's too much information right there. Hey? Well, Pittsburgh 3-7 straight up in the last 10 games against C-type teams. Not that good, but 9-0-1 to the over. And if you're saying, well, where do you get that stat, Ron? Well, funny you should ask. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. If you go to your trusted database here at atsstats.com, go to SOS database. This is a great database for if you're a strength of schedule handicapper or a player. This is what you want to do. You want to go to Pittsburgh. Was it Pittsburgh? Yeah. Let's go to Pittsburgh against C-type teams, so teams below 500, and we'll do last 10. Survey says, look at that, 9-0-1 to the over. That's pretty good. All right, 9-0-1 to the over. So that's that tells. But when was the last time? Hang on, let me see. When was the last time they played that type of team? Let me do it again here. So the last time they played a C-type team was Toronto. All right, Toronto, Detroit. So and that was on June 2nd. So it's not that long ago. Not that long ago. Give me the over. I'm going to go the over tonight in the game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. 7.5 is your total. 7.5. Come on, we can get that, eh? We can get 7.5. Miles, see what I mean? Miles Mikolas a 7.5 pitcher, total pitcher, right? Mikolas is what in the rotation? Let me go look just for fun and giggles right now. Hey, for shirts and giggles, let me do this. Let me go to Pittsburgh Pirates. Where does or St. Louis Cardinals? Sorry, wrong one. So St. Louis Cardinals. Where do you got Mikolas in the? Let's do a little survey on the bullpen. Where do you think Mikolas stands in the rotation? Is he a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pitcher? Where do you think Mikolas is on the depth chart? Oh, a little surprising. Third? No. Second. I was a little surprised. He's second. Yeah. When I look at the depth chart for the St. Louis Cardinals, Sonny Gray, Sonny is number 1. Miles Mikolas, number 2. Lance Lynn, number 3. Kyle Gibson, number 4. Now, Steven Mott should be number 5, but he's on the 15-day DL. Andre Palante is number 5, and then they got Drew Rom, the lefty. He's on the 60-day DL. So, yeah, a little surprised, but here's the other thing. Now, maybe I should do a better job handicapping at the beginning of the year. When Miles Mikolas is your number 2, then I shouldn't have picked him to win the Central. Good call. Pittsburgh bullpen and Mikolas are not to keep you under 8 most days. Yeah, exactly right. I don't see them as a 7.5. And watch by 6 o'clock. The total goes to 7 or something, right? Just to kick us in the gonads. All right, give me the over tonight between St. Louis and Pittsburgh, and put it on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, let's go to Kauffman Stadium, where the Royals coughed up a loss last night, no pun intended, and the New York Yankees minus 137. 9.5 is your total, and we do have on the computer pick, the Yankees winning this one, 5.13 to 4.79, the over-under, 9.92, so the old computer pick does like it to go over the total. You got Marcus Stroman, the Stroman, going today for the New York Yankees. He's 5-2 in the year at 3.04 ERA. And you know what? Yankees love it when he pitches because they're 8-2 in his starts. So 5-5 to the over/under. He's up against Brady Singer, who's been hey, there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to go there. 4-2 straight up, 2.76 ERA, and the Kansas City Royals are just singing along. I couldn't help myself. 7-3 straight up in his last 10 games, 6-3-1 to the over. However, the bad news is they're at 1-3. Singer's 1-3 against the Yankees lifetime, 1-3 to the under. And the good news is, so I got good news, bad news, if you like Brady Singer. The Royals have won his last 3 starts, and he's 7-3. Believe it or not, Brady Singer is 7-3 against American League East division opponents the last 10 games, 4-5-1 to the under, and that's pretty good. That's when you think of the American League East teams like the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays, Orioles, he's 7-3 against those clubs. And for the New York Yankees, the gift that just keeps on giving, right? How do you bet against the Yankees right now? Yankees are 9-1 against B-type teams with a 50 or 60 win percentage. Kansas City was an A-type team for a long time at the beginning of the year. But remember I said, they're going through a bit of a hiccup. But even though they're neutral 5 days, the New York Yankees 9-1 against those B-type teams, 7-3 to the over. Marcus Stroman is 7-3 against American League Central Division opponents. And here's the cherry on the Sunday. The Stroman is 8-1 lifetime against Kansas City, 6-3-0 to the over. Give me the man. I was doing all right until you got this Kansas City game. Right here comes my throat. As you guys know, I'm battling. It's like 2 weeks. I've been sick now. Come on, come on, Ron. Hey, I might need the bullpen to pull me out here. I need middle relief. All right. Good. All right, here we go. What did I say? Yeah, give me the New York Yankees. I'm gonna go New York Yankees with that 9-1 record and Marcus Stroman 8-1 against Kansas City. Give me the Yankees -137. Hey, what a great line. That's a really good line tonight. I had -126 as my value index. A little bit overvalued, right? We're paying about $11 too much. But give me the Stroman tonight against the Royals.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right. Anybody, what do you guys like? Do you guys like the Yankees? Anybody like the Royals there in the bullpen? Let me know what you guys think right there. All right, let's go to Miller Park. And let's see if the Toronto Blue Jays can do a little bit better than last night. A 3-1 loss to the Brew Crew. And speaking of, just one sec. Go back to the Yankee game. I forgot to give you guys this other stat. New York Yankees, 11-4 last 15 at Kauffman Stadium. Last 3 games I've gone under. All right. There we go. Hey, gotta cross the T's and dot the I's in this show here. You can't leave anything off the board. All right, let's get back to Miller Park, where the Brewers are going to send Carlos Rodriguez to the hill today against Yusei Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi, and Yusei Kikuchi on the year is 3-5, 3.48 ERA. However, bad news is the Blue Jays are 3-7 in his last 10 starts, 5-5 to the over/under. Last 3 Kikuchi starts have gone over the total, and Carlos Rodriguez, we got no numbers on him, so he's getting his first start. And there she is. There's my good friend Gloria K.
Put that coffee down.
Coffees for closers, and Gloria K is in the house. Good morning, Gloria, and welcome to the bullpen. I love the Yankees at -140, says Scott Christensen. Tea and honey, coach, and yeah, tea and honey. Seems like every time I do the show, I need like a bottle of tea and honey for. Anyways, gutting through. Milwaukee Brewers, again, Carlos Rodriguez, don't have any stats on him. I guess he's a call-up tonight. Let me see where Carlos is from. Let me go to the daily lineup, and let's go to Carlos Rodriguez, the righty. And yeah, he's a AAA call-up from Nashville. All right, so congratulations to Carlos Rodriguez getting his, I believe it's his first start in the major leagues. So, hey, you know what? Congrats to him, and wish him all the luck. And, you know, you better win. You better win, because I like Milwaukee here. Toronto doesn't do well at Miller Park. 5-10 in their last 15 trips, 10-5 to the over. I think the over might be a better call here tonight. You know, when you're going in with a new pitcher you don't know nothing about, and it's hard to put your money on a call-up, right? But Toronto 2-8 against B-type teams. So the Blue Jays are 2-8 against teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. Milwaukee is 7-3 against those C-type teams. And you know what? Who knows if Rodriguez does well, they keep him in. If he gets the quick hook, we can trust the Brewer bullpen. I like Milwaukee in this one, but you know what? I'm starting to think the over might be a better pick. I think the over is a better selection. What's the over under? 8.5. And you know, if Toronto can find those bats. Hey, Toronto, how about your offense?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, put it together tonight. So Milwaukee over is where I'm leaning in this one. And I'll need more time which side I like better. Either Milwaukee or the over. Kind of leaning towards the Brew Crew, but I don't like starting with a new starting pitcher. Maybe the over is where you want to go. All right, put on the board. Give me the over tonight in the Blue Jays, Milwaukee.
You can put it on the board, yes!
I'm nervous about Itchy Kikuchi. I'm Itchy Kikuchi. Yeah, you say Kikuchi, I say Kikuchi. Yeah, I'm with you, William. He goes, I'm nervous about Itchy Kikuchi. Oh, that's a good one. All right, that's why I love the bullpen. Arizona taking on the LA Angels. The Halos coming off a 9-7 win 2 days ago against Houston. And the D-backs, they won 9-3 yesterday. 2 days ago against San Diego to beat the Padres. Today, the lefty, Jordan Montgomery, is going to toe the rubber against Jose Suarez. They've got another Suarez going here today. And the The computer pick does like the D-backs here, 4.85, 4.11 for the Halos, 8.96 is our total, and we're going to give the D-backs a 57% chance of winning. Their last 3 games have gone over the total. They are now 31-35 on the season. And I know Bo Carroll starting to hit again. Man, that guy, talk about a sophomore jinx, right? Rookie of the year, and then this year, man, had to drop him in my fantasy. Hey, yeah, dead weight. If you're dead weight in my fantasy, you get the hook, and he got the hook. All right, for the Halos, they're 4-6 last 10. And looking at Jordan Montgomery, 3-4 in the campaign, 6.80 ERA. The D-backs are 6-4 in his starts last 10. But he's only 4-6 against American League West division opponents. And you know what? I'm going to go over the total here tonight, guys. The LA Angels do well at Chase Field. The LA Angels are 10-5 the last 15 trips, 10-5 to the over. And the last 3 games for the Halos have gone over the total at Chase Field. So give me the over tonight between Arizona and the LA Angels. And you can put it on the board.
You can put it on the board.
All right, let's go to T-Mobile Park where, man, remember when Brian Wu came, he was a call-up about, I don't know, what, a month and a half ago, about 45 days ago, and he's been wooing us ever since, right? And Brian Wu, 3-0 on the year, a 1.7 ERA. That has to be up there with the Chicago Cubs starter there. What's his name? Hey, not even going to attempt to do that without reading it. hey, I'm not even going to try that. I got to go to the depth chart to get that name if I'm going to. I don't want to butcher that name. All right, let me see here. Yeah, Imanaga. What's his ERA? Shota Imanaga, a 1.96 ERA. Pretty good. That's pretty good in my books. All right, Chero says Kukuchi. All right, Angels plus 1.5, minus 131 for me, says Scott Christian. You know what, Scott? That's a good pick. I like that pick. LA Angels plus 1.5. That's a good pick. Minus 135 is even a better price. Anyways, back to Seattle, where Brian Wu is going to go tonight for the Mariners. Mariners coming off a 5-0, well, 8-4 win. 8-4 win yesterday against the Chicago White Sox. They're now on a 2-game win streak. Last 4 games for Seattle have gone over the total. They are 7-3 the last 10 games. 8-2 against C-type teams. But, you know, we're talking about the White Sox. Hey, who owns the White Sox?
Joe owns the Chiefs.
Owns. I don't know.
Well, I do know that Seattle owns a 6-0 record against when Brian Wu goes to the Hill, but I'm not laying 242. As much as I love the story and everything, Drew Thorpe's going to go for the Drew Thorpe. Oh no, we get a lot of call-ups here to this. We're at that time of the year where, you know, injuries are happening, getting a lot of call-ups from AAA, AA, Pioneer League here in Ottawa. Got to give a shout out to my Ottawa Titans here in Ottawa. Chicago White Sox 2-8 against B-type teams last 10 games. And yeah, Seattle under is where you want to go in this one. I think the under, could it be, you know what, is there a prop out there for a no-hitter? Hey, I think, yeah. Remember last week I said I felt there was a good chance for a no-hitter, but I was off by what, maybe like 5 days? I get that feeling. Ron's crystal ball says maybe a no-hitter tonight in Seattle. And let's go Seattle, Chicago White Sox under the total tonight at T-Mobile Park.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Petco Park, where Randy Vasquez is going to go against J.P. Sears. And J.P. Sears on the year, 4-5, a 3.93 ERA, where Vasquez 1-3, 5.40 ERA. Oakland 3-7 straight up against teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage, and San Diego right there on the equator, right? 35. There's the pitching coach, Sean Glass in the house. Good morning, Sean. And yeah, the Padres on the equator at 35-35 on the year. A loss tonight brings them as a C-type team. Ooh, oh, you don't want that. Hey, never. And yeah. 160 is the line, though. Minus 160 is the line for Vasquez and the Padres. Padres, though, Oakland 9-6. 9-6 at Petco Park. 10-4-1 to the over. Oakland is 3-7 against those B-type teams. You know what? I'm going to take a flyer. You know, I can't be taking all the chalk here. Give me Oakland plus 1.5 runs tonight. I like JP Sears in this spot. You guys like Oakland? So even though they're bearish right now, but they're playing San Diego, you know, a 500 team, 4-6 last 10. I think we can go run line here, and let's hopefully the dog, Mr. Peterson.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Give me Oakland plus 1.5 tonight against the San Diego Padres.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go down. Let's go up the coast. Hey, let's go up the coast to San Francisco, where Jordan Hicks is going to go up against Ronel Blanco of the Houston Astros. We're off. Remember yesterday I said, you know what? I got this feeling. Hey, I got a feeling with Harrison on the hill for the San Francisco Giants, and man, my sports gut was all over it. And there's Lamar Hampton. Good morning, Lamar. Thanks for tuning in. And again, I love it when we see some new pitchers in the bullpen. And I want to welcome Lamar Hampton to the bullpen, and hopefully you're enjoying the show. All right, so yesterday I did have Harrison as my gut feeling. Sometimes you can take all the technicals and all the analyticals out, and you got to go with your feel for the game. I just had a feeling yesterday it was Harrison's going to be the guy, and we got the money. All right, Jordan Hicks 4-2 in the year, 2.82 ERA. And when Hicks goes for the Giants last 10, they are 4-6, 8-2 to the over. While Ronel Blanco, didn't he pitch a no there earlier in the year? Didn't he pitch a no-hitter earlier in the year? Let me go back to the I thought Ronel hit. Yeah, it wasn't like early in the season. Let me go back here. Ronel Blanco. There we go. And where was that no-hitter? Yeah, it was against Texas. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no, wait a minute. The Toronto. Yeah, it was the Toronto Blue Jays. First game of the year. Remember that? 105 pitches, no-hitter. And then the next game, he had a one-hitter against Texas. So, you know what? Ronel Blanco is somewhat special. And what's his ERA? ERA of 2.78. That's what Paul Skeen's ERA should be, 2.78. Hey? Houston Astros 7-3 in Blanco starts this year, 2-7-1 to the under. Last 6 games for Blanco have gone under the total. The bad news is they're 6-9. Houston 6-9 in San Francisco last 15 visits, and for Jordan Hicks again 8-2 to the over last 10. I'm gonna go under the total here, guys. I love Blanco getting the start here for the Houston Astros. And Jordan Hicks, Jordan Hicks got a 2.82 ERA. If he can give us 5 to 6 innings tonight, I think we can get the under money. Give me the under tonight between Houston and San Francisco.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Dodger Stadium, where the Dodger Blue coming off a 6-4 loss last game to the Yankees. That was your ESPN Sunday night game of the week. And you know what? That was a great series in the Bronx. And now they're a 162 favorite with the James Paxton, the lefty, going here for the LA Dodgers, while Texas, I showed you earlier, Texas does not do well against lefties. The total, that is. In fact, let me show you. I wonder if I still got it. Yeah, I do. Here we go. Look at this. Texas against left-handed pitchers this year, 9-8, not bad. 4-12-1 to the under. So now you know where I'm going with this one, right? And looking at Texas, when they traveled to Dodger Stadium, 6-9 last 15, 9-5-1 to the over. Texas 3-5-2 to the under against A-type teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, while the LA Dodgers are 3-7 to the under against teams below 500. And I'm going to go under the total tonight with the LA Dodgers with James Paxton against Dane Dunning. Dane Dunning on the year, 4-4, 4.09 ERA. Come on, Dane, give us 5 innings. Give us 5 shutout innings. Let's get that under. The total is 8. And let's put it on the board. Let me the under tonight between the Texas Rangers and the LA Dodgers. Woo!
You can put it on the board, yes!
Man, did we ever fly through that diamond surfing today? Hey, we went a little bit diamond surfing right there, and let's hopefully we able to cash you guys some money. All right, let's go look at Allen Iverson's stats.
We talking about practice, not a game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
It's not silly, because we are talking about the 80% club. And you know what? Before we go, remind me, I got to go look at the, see if there's any system trends for you guys here today. All right, so here's some of our 80% club stats. I'll give you a couple because I'm going to go do every game after to get trends on some of the games. So I don't want to repeat some of these stats. In fact, let me go down here to see if there's anything that really stands out. Look at that. Minnesota as a -180, 200 home favorite during a night game before a non-division game, 16-4 straight up. And wow, Yankees, homer road team on a 5-2 cycle, 24-4. Not too bad. Kansas City, Let me see here. Kansas City as a plus 120, 140 home dog on a Ruby Tuesday after a conference game. 14-3-4 to the over. And San Francisco. What did I like in that game again? I like the under, right? San Fran? Yeah, I like the under. Milwaukee. I do like Milwaukee. As a home team, last 2 years after a non-conference game coming off a win, and it was a home win, they are 9-2. But look at this one here. Anytime the Brewers are a home team during the night game, second game of a series, and they're coming off an under, and they allowed 1 run against last game, 22-5 straight up in the next contest, which is very, very good. All right, here's your system trends of the day. Baltimore, look at this one. Anytime the home team last 4 years playing on a Tuesday and they allowed 2 runs against last game and they're coming off a series win, they are 20-3 straight up, and that is on the Baltimore Orioles. Let's go to the next one. Washington against Detroit. Let's see if we have any good system. Oh, another system trend. Look at this. On the Tigers. I do like the Tigers too. Anytime you got a home team playing on the Ruby Tuesday after a non-division game, they're facing a right-handed pitcher coming off 4 overs like Detroit is. They're coming off 4 overs and they're coming off a day game. 24-5 straight up in the next contest, and that's against Washington. And I do like Detroit in that one here tonight at Comerica Park. Let's go to Tropicana, where the Rays are taking on the Cubbies. And let's see if we have another set. Man, we're 3 for 3 on systems. Normally I get 1 or 2 system plays in the 15 games. I'm batting 1,000 right here on the first 3 games. And that's another Tuesday stat, which I'm not really crazy about, but I'll take it. Anytime you got a home favorite on a Ruby Tuesday after a division game versus a right-handed hurler, coming off a loss in game 4 of a series. So Tampa Bay coming off a loss, obviously, against Baltimore in that 4th game of a series. And they allowed 5 runs against in that game. The home team is 12-3. Man, and I love Tampa Bay here tonight too. That might be a premium pick with that system. Okay? I might go Tampa Bay premium. Cubbies 1-4 at Tropicana. They don't do well over there. All right, let's go to the Great American Ballpark. Let's see, Cleveland. I like Cleveland in this one. And man, are you kidding me? I've never gotten 4 for 4 on system plays like this. And if you're out there and you're wondering what is he talking about, system play? See, this is a team trend. Trends are your friends. They don't pay the rent. That's a team system. When you say one team, like Cleveland Guardians 8-4 as a road team, coming off a win against a National League East division opponent last 10 years, that's what we call a team trend. But a team system is when any team's a home underdog. Wow, home underdog. Okay, now this is a totals trend. Last 2 years versus non-division opponents before a non-division game, coming off a loss versus Southpaw, which is a left-handed pitcher, and they're coming off a series wins, which Cincinnati is, 10-2-3 to the over. And I'll have to put a note on that. Over. A little asterisk right there. And that's a pretty good system. All right, we going 5 for 5 here? If we going 5 for 5, that's the Mets. They're going to let us down. You know they're going to let us down. And survey says, oh my God, I can't believe it. I've never done this. I've never seen this before where I got 5 straight. Man, I got to go to a casino, play the crap tables or something, right? I think my luck is buy a lottery ticket. Anytime you got a 120, 140 home favorite versus a lefty, totals between 7.5 to 8 before a conference game, coming off a push. You don't see too many pushes. Allowed 5 runs or less against last game, 3-13-1 to the under. And I do like the under, but I like Miami too. But keep an eye on that. What are the 4 system plays? Yeah, they're just, if you go to the website, Gloria, go to MLB and just go to these 4, Baltimore, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, and Boston. You'll see New York, you'll see the system play. All right, let's go to game 6. If I get another system, I'm walking off here. Hey, if I get a system play here, I'm going to the casino. And okay, we're good. Oh boy, we got some good systems here. The Phillies 22-7 in the road team playing the month of June last 2 years, and the Red Sox 12-4 as a home team coming off a 2-run win last 2 years. So 2 good systems, but I'm taking Philadelphia. Let's go to Minnesota. Taking on the Rockies. This is almost like a pass for me, this game. Hey, Louis Varlon. We made a new clothing line this morning. Hey, the Louis Varlon clothing line. Hey, you can buy them here at ATS Stats. All right, the under 12-3 to the under for the Twins as a home team, with the totals 8-9 this season, and the under 7-3 for the Rockies as a road team coming off a game where they allowed 5 runs against this season. Yeah, you're welcome, Gloria. You're welcome. Let's go to St. Louis. Hey, Let's go to St. Louis, where they're going to host the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we have more trends. The over is 17-6 and 2 for the Pirates as a road team, coming off a loss against American League's Central Division opponent, while the Cardinals, not a great trend, 28-11 as a home team, coming off a win over a National League West Division opponent the last 5 years. Still a good trend. Still a good trend. Trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. Systems pay the rents, not trends. All right, let's go to Kansas City. Drew Thorpe looks like a Paul Skeens doppelganger. In all respect, he's a strikeout machine, says Scott Christensen. All right, let's go to the Yankees. Anytime they're a road team before a non-division game, coming off a road win, which they did last night, 4-2, coming off a right-handed pitcher, they are 8-3, 2-8-1 to the under, while the Royals are 8-3 at home this season, with the total between 9-10 at Kauffman Stadium. All right, let me see here. Let's go to Milwaukee, where the Brew Crew are going to host the Toronto Blue Jays. And looking at, we got a lot of trends here. Anytime Toronto's a road team after a non-division game, allowed 3 or more runs against in their last contest, and they're coming off a right-handed pitcher, 5-7 straight up, but 2-10 to the under. And let me see here. We got a lot of systems on the Brew Crew. All right. So Milwaukee is a home team last 2 years after a non-conference game, coming off a win, and it was a home win, 9-2 straight up for Milwaukee. Let's go to the desert, where the Halos are going to face the Arizona Diamondbacks at Chase Field. First pitch, 21:40. Hey, what a time for a start of the game. 9:40 Eastern. 9:40 Eastern. I'm getting ready for bed almost. Hey? And you guys are getting ready to go to a game out there in the desert. LA Angels 7-3 as a road team, coming off a National Conference opponent this season, while Arizona... Yeah, we got, look at that. We got a system on the under. We got another system on the under. So I'll get my pen and paper out here. Got to write this system play on the under. And I had the over too. Crap. All right. Anytime you got a home team last 4 years playing on Ruby Tuesday versus non-division opponent, coming off a right-handed pitcher, and they're coming off a 6-run win, 5-11, but 3-12-1 to the under. And I do, I like the Halos too. Remember, I like the Halos plus. Yeah. Halos are 10-5 in the last 15 trips to Chase Field. All right, let's go to T-Mobile Park, where you might see a no-hitter tonight. I'm just saying. I just get that feeling. The under is 11-2-1 for the Mariners as a home team, coming off a right-handed pitcher this season, and 24-9 to the under for the Chi Sox as a road team, playing on the Ruby Tuesday last 2 years. Let's go to San Diego. Let's go see what the Padres are up to here in the trend department. Anytime the San Diego Padres are a home team during the month of June after a non-conference game, coming off a home win as a favorite, and they're coming off an American League West Division opponent, 8-2 to the over, while the under is 13-4-1 for Oakland as a road team, coming off a game where they allowed 6 runs against the last 2 years, and that is a trend towards the under in the A's-Padres game tonight at Petco. All right, San Fran hosting Houston. Houston, we have a problem. No, we don't. We got Ronel Blanco going tonight, so that's no problem. And when you look at these stats and trends, Houston 21-6 as a road team, coming off a loss against a left-handed pitcher. Wow, that's pretty good. Think about that. The Houston Astros are 21-6 as a road team when they're coming off a loss versus Southpaw the last 2 years. I like that. You like that? You like that, Kurt Cousin?
You like that? You like that?
Yeah, I do like that. San Francisco is a home team during the month of June after a non-division game, coming off a win against a National Central Division opponent, scored 4 or less runs for, 9-2 for the San Francisco Treat. That is the Giants. And yeah, I do like that. Hey, you like that?
You like that? You like that?
It's not loud enough. I got to put it louder, eh? I need the volume to be a little bit louder.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah, there we go. A little bit louder. All right, let's go to the last one here, and let's see if we can get a good a walk-off. The over 8-2-1 for the Rangers as a road team, coming off a win against a National League West Division opponent last 3 years. And the Dodger Blue, 52-15 on a Ruby Tuesday the last 5 years. And that's pretty good in my books. All right, folks, there you have it. Hey, what do you think, Ric Flair? Yeah, that was a good time. Hey, that was a good time. All right, guys, I want to thank the bullpen for tuning in today and for pitching in. Hey, I need a little bit of middle relief there. My throat went off, and the bullpen. Hey, I called in the righty. Hey, I caught in the righty, and some of the guys came in and gave me a little bit of a break. But we finished off with the closer today, right? All right, guys. Don't forget, you can see all these stats and trends each and every day at the website, atsstats.com. And if you go to your dashboard, and these are all the tools in the toolbox. Guys, this site is 20-some years old, and there's a lot of tools, a lot of information. It'll take you about a week to really grasp the dashboard once you get in there. And we got a tutorial. If you go right here, tutorial, and you want to know what all the what the insides looks in the toolbox, you go right down here and you just click on any of these here, and it'll bring it to our YouTube channel, right? And you can see some of the computer picks, team trends, tip sheets, SBI, the line moves, market index, all the good stuff. And you know what the best thing is? A membership is only $4.99 for 1 week. Not bad. Not too bad for a sports handicapping website. All right, folks, I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Raymond Report.
Holy cow!
And as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say,
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
have a great Ruby Tuesday. I'll see you back on a Wacky Wednesday, another edition of the Raymond Report. Always remember, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe own the Chiefs.
Owns.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling. Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here?
Woo! If you smile, what the rock is cooking. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
You can put it on the board, yes! Hey now, won't you look over there? Big red lips and long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you a stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party! I like this kind of party, baby! Party, baby.